Hello there! I'm going away soon, but I really want to record something, so I thought I'd do another short vlog. I know, 2 in a row. I'm sorry, I haven't got time to play a game or render a game, because that takes fucking ages. And it doesn't take quite as long to do a vlog, and I don't know, I just feel like talking about something. So, what was I going to do? Ooh, I know, I was going to do Avatar. Yeah, I've recently got back into anime. I did watch anime as a kid. Dragon Ball Z was my cocaine as a kid, as I'm sure it was everyone in my friends group. We all fucking loved Dragon Ball Z because it was the shit. If you didn't like Dragon Ball Z, you suck, basically. That's the end all of everything, because Dragon Ball Z was just awesome. The characters were awesome, the story was awesome, even though looking back on it now it was a tad ridiculous, but fuck it, that's what made it good. Everyone went Kamehameha at everyone. It was fucking awesome. But I got back into anime recently after a friend recommended that I watch Bleach, and I love Bleach. Oh, I binge watched all 350 English dubbed episodes and re-watched them again in Japanese because it's so fucking awesome. The voice acting is good, the action is awesome, the emotion is brilliant, the stories are awesome, they all tie into each other, and it's just insane. It's 350 episodes. It's amazing. That's good for an anime series. I'll talk about Bleach another day, but I wanted to get onto. I've been watching a lot of Avatar and Legend of Korra recently, and they're both really good. Like, especially for kids shows made in this day and age. I mean, half the shit that's made for kids these days is just damn near insulting to children. I mean, what, Sanjay and Greg? What the fuck is that shit? Adventure Time? Fuck off. Adventure Time is like a bad acid trip. It's fucking shit. I don't care if people like it. I've watched 3 episodes of Adventure Time. I'm not watching it again because it's fucking shit. It's worse than the Teletubbies because it's trying to be cool. Fucking bullshit. But yeah, I've been rewatching it. Like how I came across Avatar. Actually, I was rendering a video. I think it was an Outlast video, and I was skimming through Netflix finding something to watch, and I came across Avatar. I thought, well, this is apparently pretty good. I'll give it a go. I love it. I fell in love with it in like episode 1. It's so well done. And I'm fucking annoyed that the movie they made of Avatar did not do it justice. Like, the movie is so bad. It in no way fully portrays the universe and the world that Avatar is set in any way, shape or form. And they sell the earthbenders really fucking short. I mean, like, what, 4 dudes go, what? And one little rock goes, it's like, oh no, I'm sorry, but from what I've seen in the anime, all of that shit would have led to like a fucking tectonic plate going boom. And I think the reason I like Avatar so much is that not only is the action really good and all the bending's quite good, and the way they tie the bending into martial arts is quite imaginative and quite cool. And the animation's very nice, it's all very pretty looking, they do some really good things with the animation. It's imaginative, like if they do a flashback sequence, like you know, they do it up in a different kind of way. But the story's really good as well, and that's what's important. The story is amazing. I love the story. Aang is awesome. Like, fucking Sokka is awesome. Kira, awesome. They're just so cool, and like all of them have a part to play. There isn't a character in that show that doesn't have a specific role. There are like no characters I can think of that are throwaways. There's always like every time a character appears, they're important some way to the story. Even if they're only in for 1 episode, they will serve a purpose for that episode. And Zuko as well, it's amazing as well, because he comes across as like a colossal douchebag in like most of the first season. Then he gets a bit of exposition, you're like, well, maybe he's not quite what I thought he was. And then it turns out that you know, he had a shit childhood, you know, his father exiled him and burnt half his face off, and now he's hunting the Avatar to try and get his honour back, but he has a crisis of conscience, and then he teams up with the Avatar at the end of the 3rd season. Like, his whole emotional journey is awesome. Aang's emotional journey trying to deal with being the Avatar and the fact that he's the last airbender left alive because he couldn't take it and he ran away and he got trapped in the ice for 100 years. It's like Sokka trying to deal with the fact that, you know, he wants to protect his sister, he wants to, like you know, he bonds with Aang and he wants to protect everyone, but he can't because he's a bender, so he's got to try and find a way of, you know, bettering himself, even though he doesn't realise that he's probably one of the most important people in the group because he's the plan man. and he's the comic relief. And what they do with him really well is make him the comic relief, but don't make him a clown. And that's what some shows get wrong. They give you a comic relief character, but they make him so clownish that you end up getting annoyed with him, and he just doesn't serve a purpose anymore. He's just a walking joke factory. But this guy has depth, and I like that. And female airbender as well. Oh, she is awesome. She is Katara. That's the one. She is so cool. She's like you know, she almost has like a maternal instinct towards Aang in like the beginning of the first season, and then it grows into something more, and they become more attached to each other, and there's like an awkward love thing going on between them, but they don't quite know how to deal with it, and it's cool, it's awesome. And like the thing that they do well in this series as well is the combat. The bending combat is fantastically done. It is so well done. It's like they managed to tie martial arts into bending, and each bending will have its own specific style. It's like kind of about like you know, fire bending is very aggressive. Water bending is very fluid and encompasses a lot of like you know, open movements. Earth bending is very like sudden and forceful, and air bending is very floaty and requires lots of movement. And it's just so well done. And watching fights between benders is fucking insane. They do it so well. It's a little bit clunky in the first season, but when they find their feet with it, they go fucking nuts in number 2 and number 3. There's like fights between colossal amounts of airbenders, and like benders fighting together against opposing airbenders is amazing. Some of like the joint stuff they do is fantastic. Someone like the joint, like you know, water and fire bending, and like I think there's a point where like you know, you've got like a water bender, an air bender, a fire bender, and an earth bender all going batshit against people, and some of like the combo stuff they do is fucking awesome. And like Aang as well, trying to deal with being in like kind of like goes into the avatar state every so often. He goes fucking nutcase on everyone. And season 3 has one of the best finales I've ever seen in an anime. like especially to like a big like 3-season build up to this fight. I was a bit worried about this fight, because whenever you get like a 3-season build up to a boss fight, sometimes it's a bit of a letdown. This wasn't. Aang went fucking batshit. He went full on Avatar. He fully merged with the Avatar state and beat the shit out of the Fire Lord. Just went boom. I'm the Avatar now, bitch. And it was just so well done. It was beautifully shot. And then there's Legend of Korra. Legend of Korra was amazing. It's like in my opinion, Legend of Korra is better than Aang, because they looked at Aang and thought, okay, Aang is good. Aang the Last Airbender is a good one. Maybe we can go a little bit more adult with this one. Maybe we can plug for like you know, a higher age demographic. And they did that by making the new Avatar like a teenage girl, someone who's in like you know, a girl who's in her late teens. So, you know, not only have they got the whole thing with her dealing with being the Avatar, dealing with the consequences of her decisions, which Aang didn't have to do, because the whole story of Aang is like a 3-season adventure to the last boss battle. Whereas Korra rather, has to deal with, yeah, I'm still recording, has to deal with like, you know, season 1 end boss fight, deal with the consequences of that season 2 while something in season 2 happens, then deal with the consequences of season 2 in season 3. So she has to deal with things a little bit more than Aang does, and she's trying to deal with that while dealing with her own emotional issues and trying to get, like, you know, trying to find balance within herself as well as the rest of the world, because, you know, the Avatar's purpose is to bring balance to the world. So she's trying to bring balance to the world while finding balance within herself. And she's got to deal with, like, you know, relationship issues with her friends, issues with like you know, her family and stuff, like, you know, issues with her training, whether she can be the Avatar or not, whether she believes she can be the Avatar or not. Like, there's some pretty heavy stuff in Korra, and I like that, because it's not patronising towards kids like some shows are these days. You know, it tries to teach you while entertaining you, which is a good thing. They've got Bolin in this one, who is, you know, this Avatar's version Sokka in the last one. He's a comic relief. He's a little bit more clownish than Sokka, I'd say. He's got a little bit more clown in him, but he's so adorable. But his clowning is good. It's a good type of clowning where, you know, he's adorable enough to get away with it, basically. He's going, Berlin, what a boss. But he has his good moments as well. He has his deep emotional moments. And the fights in Korra are mental. They're insane. It's like they're on a whole different level. It's like all the animation has taken a bump. Or like kind of all the fighting mechanic has taken a bump as well. There's like, you know, metal bending as well, which is only in like the last, I think like the last season, or like, you know, the last season and a half of Avatar, they've gotten more into metal bending as well. So now they've got like metal bending police officers, and it's like set in like the 1930s. And actually, a lot of people gave the series a bit of a bad rating because of the narrator at the beginning of every episode. But I really like him because it kind of fits like the mid 1900s steampunk thing they've got going on. Because, you know, people drive cars and shit now. People drive cars, they've got fucking airships, they've got big, like, you know, New York-esque cities, they've got airships, they've got cars, they've got radios, they've got telephones. You know, and everything looks all really steampunk. It's really good. And like, kind of, you know, the Avatar having to deal with things in like a steampunk type era where there's loads of politics and shit to deal with is really interesting to watch, because, you know, she can't just go Avatar on everyone and just wipe everyone out with a shit ton of bending. She's got to, you know, play it tactically. She's got to play politics a little bit. And Korra's mindset doesn't work like that. She's very headstrong. She's very forward. She wants to get shit done now. And yeah, her trying to, like, you know, grasp the spiritual aspect of it, of being the Avatar is really difficult for her as well, because she doesn't know how to do it. And it's just an all-round good series. I would really recommend watching these two series. Watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, go straight into The Legend of Korra. You will have a good time. There are some really funny moments. There are a couple of throwaway episodes that just happen for the sake of happening, and, you know, are a little bit weaker than, and, you know, there are some episodes that are weaker than others, and that, you know, probably aren't the best one for, you know, people, you know, to get involved in it. But it's still really good, and even those episodes don't take away from how good it is, and it's just so awesome. Go and watch it. Seriously, like even if you've ignored the rest of this video, go and watch Avatar, and then watch Legend of Korra. It's awesome. Ignore the movie. If you find a copy of the movie, you burn it in its place, and you take a shit on M. Night Shyamalan's face. M. Night Shyamalan fucking ruined that. And I'm so angry that like that film didn't live up to the expectations of the fans, because that could have been so good. Live action Avatar should have and could have been fucking epic. I mean, if any of you have seen Avatar, imagine that shit as live action. That would be fucking epic. Like people just fucking chucking fire at each other, rocks and fucking water. It would be fucking awesome. And yeah, M. Night Shyamalan just fucking ruined it. And he was really confident about getting 3 films out, wasn't he? Saying it's like, yeah, there's book 1, Air, which covers nothing in the fucking season anyway. It's all bullshit. It was all nonsense. It was so shit. I don't like to slam the actors, but even the actors in it were bad. They were bad. Sokka, nothing like he is in the series at all. Katara, nothing like she is in the series at all. Aang, nothing like he is in the series at all. None of the bending was right. None of the characters were right. They fucking revealed the Fire Lord in the first film. What the fuck are you doing? You didn't even see the Fire Lord in like the series, in like the season until like the last season, and even then, like that had a big like 2-episode like setup to his reveal. It was just like, oh, what you doing? M. Night Shyamalan, you shit. You made good films, M. Night Shyamalan. You used to, but stop. Just stop. Devil was bad enough. Now you ruined The Last Airbender. Just stop. Stop him. It's enough. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been Fraknyr. This has been a random vlog where I just praise the shit out of Avatar. Because, you know, my last Transformers one was a bit of a downer. But fuck it, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like down below, leave a comment down. Yeah, leave a like, leave a comment if there's anything you want me to talk about. Hit the subscribe button down there somewhere to join the Brotherhood of Legends today and enjoy more of my shit. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Enjoy life.